Hi guys, I'm back. So today we were talking about making bread because when we first went home and we had to stay home, there was not a lot of bread in the grocery stores. Every time I went to the grocery store, there was no bread. So I already went through the recipes and all the steps, and we are making bread. Now we are going to start making the bread. So remember, here is the recipe. These are the ingredients that you need, but this is the measurements of the recipe. 3½ cups flour, 14 ounces of warm water, 1½ teaspoons of salt, and 1¼ teaspoon dry yeast. Remember, step 1, gather materials needed. That's what all of this is. This is all the materials that is needed to make the bread. Okay? What do we need? Ingredients. This is the stuff that you put together to make the bread. These are the things that make up the bread. Here is my flour. Here is my water. Here is my salt. And in this container here, I have yeast. Remember, I said some people have yeast in their cupboards. I do. Some people don't. You might have to go to the store to buy some. And I'm going to show you a picture later of what the yeast looks like at the store. But this is what my yeast is in that container. Let me put this to the side. Okay, the next thing you need to gather as far as materials needed are your tools. You need a measuring cup, you need a bowl, you need a pan, measuring spoons, a spoon, and plastic wrap. I forgot my plastic wrap. I'll have to get it later. Here are my measuring cups. I need 1 cup, that's bigger, and a 1/2 cup, not as big. See? 1 cup, 1/2 cup. My bowl. Here's my bowl. This is my pan. Remember I said you can make it in a loaf pan? This is going to make it look like sandwich bread. You can have a square pan or a round pan. And here are measuring spoons. There's 1 teaspoon, a 1/2 teaspoon, and a 1/4 teaspoon. And I need my spoon. And let me run and get my plastic wrap. I'm going to turn this off. I'll be right back. Okay, got my plastic wrap. So this is why it's important to gather your materials before you get started. I'm going to put all of this stuff behind me and I'll grab it as I need it. I don't need the loaf pan right now, but I do need the rest of this. Okay, so step 2. Pour 14 ounces of warm water in the bowl. Here is my measuring cup. I already measured out 14 ounces. It doesn't say 14, but this is 12, 16, and right in the middle is 14 ounces. Let's see if you can see it. 14 ounces. So pour the 14 ounces of water in the bowl. Now just put that behind me. Step 3, add 1½ teaspoons of salt. Here's my salt. See? Salt. Get my 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. Upside down, of course. 1 teaspoon. There you go. Just pour this in, 1 teaspoon, and I need the 1/2 teaspoon. Here we go. 1/2, I hope you guys can see that, teaspoon. Just had to make sure I was doing the right one. There you go. See how all I did was just drop that in the bowl? Easy peasy. Next one is step 4. Add 1 1/4 teaspoon of dry yeast. Remember, if you need to go to the store to get the yeast, put it on your shopping list. But this is the dry yeast. This is what yeast looks like. Just little tiny grains that look like sand, but it's yeast. Let me put some in my hand so you guys can see it a little bit better. Well, better yet, let me put some on the paper. See what it looks like, guys? There you go. Dry yeast. Okay. So we need 1 1/4 teaspoons of dry yeast. Here's the 1 teaspoon. Sprinkle that in there. Here's a 1/4 teaspoon. Sprinkle that in there. Give it a little bit. I don't think I got a full scoop. There you go. Close this up. Put it away. Oh, yeah. So, step 5, add 3 1/2 cups of flour. Here's a 1 cup. So we need 3 1/2 cups. Put that close so it doesn't spill all over. One, put it in there slowly. It'll splatter if you make a big, if you just drop it in all at once, it'll splatter. 2, we need 3 1/2 cups. 3, and this is my 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. There you go, 3 1/2 cups. Let me put the lid back on this so I don't spill all over. All right, remember I said to use your spoon. We're not going to use this side because all of this mixture will get stuck, but you can use this side. And then when you stir it, it doesn't get stuck. That is step 6. Stir everything using the handle of the spoon. So use your handle and just mix it slowly so that it doesn't splatter all over. And this is all you're doing is you're mixing it. Okay, the lighting is not the greatest in here, but we're trying. Mix it. Look at how it's starting to stick together. It's starting to get together. See, it's getting sticky. That's what you're looking for. You want to finish mixing it up so that it all gets stuck together. Okay? I've made bread in the past, but I've never made bread so easily. Look at how it's getting mixed up together. See it? I found this recipe when we first had to stay home and I couldn't find any bread at the stores. I found it on YouTube. We love YouTube videos. We love looking up recipes on YouTube. You know we do. So, oops. And this is all you do. You just mix it. Doesn't even have to be mixed a lot, just a little bit. Okay. Making a little bit of a mess, not too bad. You want to scrape off the sides as you're mixing. There you go. And that's it. Okay. I'm going to use the spoon handle to scrape it. If there is an easier bread recipe out there, let me know, because this is the easiest I've ever found. All right. That's it. Then, remember the plastic wrap I forgot? Here's the plastic wrap. Step 7, cover with plastic wrap and place in the oven to rise for 90 minutes. Make sure your oven is off. Do not put it in a hot oven. You're only going to put it in a cold oven. Make sure your oven is off. The reason why you put it in the oven is so nobody knocks it on the counter, off the counter I should say, and so that it's just in a quiet area. Okay, if you want to turn your oven light on, that's fine. But see how I just covered it up with plastic wrap? That is your bread dough. It doesn't look like dough yet, but when we come back in 90 minutes, I guarantee it'll be full and it'll be ready to put in a pan. Not in the oven yet, but just put it in the pan. There's another few steps to go. We have 3 more steps and then we get to eat it. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit.